I don't know what is cool these days.
I don't know. Ice, I think.
Mountain. What is that?
Mountain
What is
Dew?
that Mountain Dew flavor? That Baja Blast sorbet.
Baja.
Bahaka.
Baja.
Baja Blast.
It's like Baja
Is
is what you
is my
get if you-
finishing move.
You're a Tekken. You're a Tekken character.
That's my,
Sponsored by Taco Bell.
that's my, yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, great.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. Let's call this meeting to order.
Excellent. Josh.
Is now joining.
Lawrence.
Is now joining.
Does this meeting have an agenda? Yeah, man.
Very good.
Josh, good to see you. Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you too, Lawrence.
Yeah. How's it going?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. Do you want to introduce the agenda for today?
Absolutely. Okay, so today we are going to start off with introductions.
Yeah.
And then we have an agenda overview, which I'm doing right now. And then we're going to intro our guest for today. Then we're going to have a parking lot. What? Sorry. You're going to have to...
We're going to go to the parking lot
You
afterwards.
you have to remind me what a parking lot item is.
Parking lot item is an item we didn't get to last meeting.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And
Oh,
then we're
yeah,
gonna
that's
bring up
right.
This meeting.
Yes, that's right.
I think
Okay.
we should start with the parking lot after introducing our guest.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and then we'll go to thanks and shout-outs.
Perfect.
Yep, and then we will adjourn. So that is kind of like the roadmap for this meeting.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, in the meeting,
Yes.
laughing in the corner,
Uh-huh.
Can I talk now?
you
Yes.
can
Is that
talk.
loud? Hello.
We have Daniel, our good
Hello.
friend,
Yes, finally.
finally made it happen.
Made
Our
it.
parking lot guest.
The parking lot note is just like found a guy in parking lot.
Find a person, tell him he's Daniel, and bring him into the podcast.
Yeah, Daniel's not really a person, just more of an idea.
There you go.
It's like it's a general vibe.
Yeah. Hey, can we find a Daniel? We just need a Daniel.
He just went into the parking lot and went, "Hey, Daniel?" And the
Great.
first person turned around and they're like, "Ah!"
That's me.
That's me.
I guess he's Daniel. We should bring him in.
Yes.
Yeah, what can we say about Daniel? His LinkedIn is not very good.
No.
It has zero information on him, so don't look him up that way.
I
And
don't
the
know that I
informa-
believe in LinkedIn.
And the information on it is false information also.
It's true.
You
I
know-
feel like if I did do it, maybe I did it when I was like in like my, Bitcoin like influencer business guy era when I was like 16. And I was like, I'm going to need to like network with some people eventually. So I should probably get LinkedIn because that's what all like the cool like business guys do.
Yeah.
At least like from what I've seen on the internet.
They're like, everyone's got LinkedIn.
Everyone's got
I think that-
LinkedIn. LinkedIn influencers are like a real thing. Look it up. It's like really interesting because they're always just like talking about their accolades and stuff like that.
Yeah, our-
That's weird.
that's like
That's
exactly
so
what Nico had. It's like, I am a multifaceted 3-letter acronym person.
Yes.
Nico,
PhD, DRS,
yeah.
USB,
Yeah.
SOL,
MSG.
MSG.
Kind of guy.
Uh,
But you don't have any of those.
I don't, because I've not done much. If I'm, I was talking about this earlier about how I'm like woefully like Nico's underprepared, but I feel like I'm even more so. Just because I've like not done anything that Nico's possibly done. Like you guys were like, oh, he's like, theology at Cambridge, whatever, and like he was like, yeah, I just like love that it's like God's people coming together and talking about like knowledge and science. And I'm gonna be on the podcast like,
I could do a kickflip.
beep beep boo boo.
But maybe you could answer the parking lot question.
Please, yeah.
So when is Josh? You want to?
When is the right time to eat a banana?
Probably like right as you wake up.
and then ripeness. What are you thinking about ripeness?
The ripeness. Honestly, this is like a hot take that I found out recently. I don't
please don't
share
say
with everybody.
green.
I hate if you eat a green banana. I don't know who's listening to this. If you eat green bananas, you're a psychopath. You're objectively wrong, and you shouldn't be allowed in public. But no, I like a banana that's like a little brown. Like not like brown, but like I like it when they have, when they have like the
Specked.
like the speckled, yeah, like
Yeah.
a little bit of character on them.
Like a little tanned.
Like a little tan, yeah, like me.
Like you're just
Like, you know how they have like the ridges? I want like the ridges to be like speckled in a bit of brown.
okay.
Do you know what I'm
So you
talking
like
about?
your bananas thrown on the ground first?
Just like has been in the backpack a while.
Yeah, I like a bottom of the backpack banana is my kind of triple
he
B.
likes to eat his bananas like, oh, a banana. It's
I like my
this is the
bananas
right-
being like a fun little surprise. It's like when you find $20 in your pocket, you're like, oh my god, that's sick. Things past me, you know?
So good.
That's why?
Why? I don't know. I feel like because like really green ones, I feel like a monkey when I eat them. Because you know how you can't open them from like the top, you have to open them from like the bottom because they're like too.
It's like too rigid.
It's too rigid on the top, and then you just like keep
Yeah.
bending it, and it just gets all mushy.
But then that's the point where you like it, though, no?
Yeah, but then I just like the mush on the rest of the. I just want the mushy bit.
Do you-
Like,
Do you agree that there's film too?
yeah, no, there's a film. There's a film for sure.
Yeah.
Did
when
we
you eat
say
the green
that
one.
last time?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, where like it leaves a weird film.
It
in your
does leave.
mouth.
Actually, no, it's true. It does leave like a weird film in there, and I don't.
Yeah, and it's not good.
No, it's not. And I was like, there's like not as sweet either. Like I think that I like a little bit that's fermented.
Fermented. You mean
Well, that-
ripened?
Yeah, like when it's ripe, when it's like nice and ripe, and it's like a little sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, if this like lasts a little, like you kind of like eat it, and you're like, oh, this is like how science works.
You're like,
Does that like fit me?
so it's,
You like eat it, and you're like, oh, like I can see how they made like alcohol from.
you're like, ooh, I can taste that the yeast has turned some of this
Yeah.
banana into
You know,
alcohol.
like I feel like someone probably ate like an old grape one time and like, what if we drank this?
They're like, yuck. What if we drank?
Yeah. They
This
had a
is
little bit. This
terrible.
is kind of disgusting. But what if I got drunk off of this?
I think grapes are too sweet.
Yeah.
What if I
Wish
just
made them
leave 'em?
worse? Yeah. And then like eventually they're like, oh my gosh, like that's so cool that I like forget my feelings when I drink a lot of this.
We should do this to different grapes.
And other things. What about wheat?
Wheat
What if I did the same with wheat?
and corn.
And you were like, wow, what if like bread is like cool when it's dry, but what if bread when it's wet instead?
What if you drink your bread?
What if I drank my bread? Is that like way cooler? What's your favorite kind of bread? It's another parking lot question. Sorry, I don't know if this is. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. I don't know if
Yeah,
I have the
you-
rights to.
You flipped our.
Yeah, you're flipping it on the.
This is not in the agenda.
I was
No,
told
just
to bring. I was told to bring questions. John told me to bring questions. Producer John.
Producer John. Okay,
Producer
there
John
you
said
go.
I should bring questions.
And
to
that's
ask
the
about
question
that.
you brought.
That's yeah.
What's your favorite bread?
Because I thought this was like a food podcast. I thought that's what the vibe.
yeah.
Because last time you guys talked a lot about like mango beans, and I like don't really know how to relate, but I do know bread.
You do know bread.
Typically, is like if there was like one kind of food item that I think I'm really passionate about, it's bread.
Like the most basic food item.
That's not basic. You get a nice like a nice marbled rye loaf.
Okay.
You know?
okay.
Did you ever
Yeah.
do? Did you do the thing that everyone did during the pandemic where they all just made bread?
I made bread, yeah.
Yeah.
Golfed. I tried to golf.
Yeah, I think we went golfing a bunch. I did sourdough start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You started a sourdough. Did you finish it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
it's
cool.
I think it's still alive.
Oh no! Wait, your little Scoby.
My little
Your little
yeah,
Scoby Dobie.
my little yeasty
Your
yeasty
little
boy.
yeasty little guy.
Yeasty little my hungry little guy.
I heard that there's like ointments that you can get over the counter.
Can you?
If you too have a yeasty little guy, you should maybe check with your pharmacist. See, this is what I mean by it's not going to be about theology or Cambridge because I didn't go to Cambridge. I went to,
Wait. I think they would talk about this in Cambridge.
Do you think so?
It's
I mean, it's
probably a
science.
subject. Yeah, I mean they would study yeast, presumably. And I bet they invented the word ointment.
Do you think Cambridge made up the word ointment?
I don't know, probably.
Cambridge, Ontario.
Cambridge, Ontario is famous for people with like ashy elbows and like rashes. So I'm sure they do need ointments.
Is that what they're famous for?
I think so. I don't know anything else about Cambridge, Ontario.
Oh.
If you could name one fact from Cambridge, Ontario, leave it in the comments below.
Wow, very good.
Yeah.
Wonder what it is.
Sorry.
What is your favorite? Oh, sorry.
Oh, my
No.
favorite bread.
Yeah.
Focaccia?
Ooh.
That's pretty good. It's really nice.
What is that one again?
It's like the oily one, right?
Yeah, super oily
Mhm.
in a good way.
Mm.
You can
Like
put.
me.
Yes, like. Just kidding.
The amount of times Brindley has shaken her head in the last.
Oh yeah, maybe it's
10
worth noting we
minutes.
have like a live studio audience, and it's sick. I don't know if we can talk about it.
It's more fun, I guess.
I have more fun.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
when people like laugh at my jokes.
You thought we wouldn't.
Yeah, I have my girlfriend in the corner for moral support.
She's like, "Yay, Daniel! Funny joke, dude."
You're doing great, sweetie.
Yeah. Oh, that's so wholesome. I didn't know you guys were so wholesome.
No, we're not.
Like my favorite.
And it's like I have not done so yet. What do you mean?
She's also shaking her head, especially the yeast thing.
Yeah. You know what's great is that if there was, let's say, we had released the footage for this, the cameras that we have, they would not get that Hannah's not doing this. Like, there's no cameras on Hannah,
No.
so no one would know.
No, it's true. We should put like a camera like in the back behind us so we can
Oh,
get
okay.
just the audience.
Yeah, yeah.
So we can get audience reactions. It's like Ellen.
Like Ellen.
Just like eyebrows up.
Because they're sitting on the
That's all you can see on the floor.
That'd be so good.
I'm so sorry I've derailed your meeting. I don't want to.
That's okay.
I know you invited me on to be your official third host, but that's what we. Sorry, were you not in that
That's not
email?
what we decided.
No, I mean that's what I thought I was being called in for.
Oh,
is
this
to be
was
the.
this was an audition.
This is
tryout?
Yeah,
Oh,
a
no,
little
audition.
tryout.
A tryout. Let's
Tryout.
see what.
This is me trying out for the varsity league, and the varsity being, I guess, this podcast.
He was in the parking lot with a piece of paper, just like trying his jokes.
Yeah,
His
that's how we
clips,
found
he
him.
was practicing.
I thought you were gonna say I was in the parking lot shadow boxing, trying to get amped up.
He
He's
was
like,
listening
this'll.
to Lecrae.
He's like, this'll hit.
It's-
What bread do you like? People are really interested in bread facts.
Marbled
yeast.
rye, so
Marbled-
good.
If you're gonna sit here and talk smack about marbled rye, I'm gonna walk out right now. I swear to God.
Marbled rye with what is good?
What do you mean?
Like, what are you gonna put on it? Just a piece of marble rye?
No, like a little bit of toasted marbled rye with like garlic butter on it.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, some.
Garlic butter.
Oh yeah. That's some
So
good.
does it become garlic bread at that point?
So is your favorite bread is garlic bread,
I guess so.
but like more specifically, it's marbled rye
With garlic butter.
with garlic butter.
At what point does garlic bread become not just bread with butter on and garlic? What like constitutes it being more than just like because if my rye bread can turn into garlic bread,
Yeah.
at what point do you need to put garlic butter on the bread for it to become garlic bread? Does any bread garlic bread as long as you put garlic butter on it? Like what is that? How does,
Oh, yeah.
What do you? This is my theology.
This is something.
This is my geography.
This is something that you just contemplate
Yeah.
for years.
Yeah. I
At
might have
one-
not.
So I guess your question, if I could rephrase it,
Please.
is let's say you had a piece of bread
Yes.
and you put just garlic, and then butter on top of that.
Are you talking raw garlic? Like
Yeah,
a
raw garlic.
clove of garlic?
Yeah, just some garlic, and then top that with butter.
Mm-hmm.
Is that garlic bread? I don't think so. That's a weird sandwich. I think that's what that
That's a
like
poorly
an-
made sandwich.
is.
That's
an
a hurried
awful-
sandwich.
That's a cry for help sandwich. Like all I have in my fridge is garlic and butter, but I don't want garlic bread. I'm gonna turn it into a sandwich. Like instead of cheese, you use butter, and instead of meat, you have garlic. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing.
I'm sorry.
I don't think. So I think that's the point where it's not.
I guess so, yeah. If it's raw, if all the ingredients are raw,
Yeah.
then maybe it has to be like fused in an oven, maybe.
It has to be fused.
Mm.
Josh, what's your favorite bread?
It's a good question. I like a nice brioche.
Ooh, brioche.
Ooh, a little
Yeah.
brioche.
Little-
Brioche. It's kind of good. Pandesal is pretty good. Ensaimada also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
pretty good
ensaimada.
bread.
Nice. That's so sick, dude.
What is for those who don't know, what is pandesal and what is ensaymada?
Pandesal is like Filipino bread or like buns, like dinner rolls almost. But they don't have them at like I don't think that they have pandesal at dinner. It's like a breakfast thing.
Yeah. In the
Breakfast and a
Philippines.
snack, yeah.
Yeah. And in the Philippines, some guy walks around with a bell.
Either a bell or
Right.
like a horn.
Yeah.
It goes,
One
Can we get
more
that, wait,
time.
can we get that one more time on the mic just to get it clear?
He goes,
Oi, like that?
I don't know how to do. No, sorry.
Wait,
the
are you-
sound is honk. He goes honk honk. Sorry, it's a Filipino horn.
So
It's honk with an accent.
He's- and he comes in early in the morning. So
he doesn't even have a horn, he just does that.
He just walks around with a megaphone.
He's just
It reverberates through the,
through the
Streets.
village. Yeah, that's right.
through the village.
Yeah, I don't know, not the village, but the
block.
The barrio?
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
They have barrios in Peru too. Is that a thing?
We do have barrios in Peru. You're absolutely right.
Good. It's amazing.
I guess maybe it's important. I'm Hispanic. I'm from Peru, so that's why I feel like I have the authority to talk about it.
Yeah.
Not just some random guy that's like, I know a lot about Peru. Ask me about Peru
Like you had like a crisis and you went there and you're like,
to find myself.
to find yourself. I know Peru.
Yeah,
Trust me.
Listen, you guys, I was in the forest for a week and a half. I think I know Peru pretty well.
When you were there, did you see anyone like that when you were living there?
What the?
It's like people trying to find themselves.
Yeah.
Oh my, yes. There was the amount. Well, so because I'm from where my family is like San Borja, which is like the more like central city area. So not many tourists go there. But like we went to Machu Picchu as well, and there's like a couple different little towns you have to, because like Machu Picchu, like some people think it's like just like a road. It's like a bus and like a train and like a hike. Like it's like a while, and you have to go to different little towns on the way, and all these little towns are like crazy tourist infested. Like they're all like for like I don't know how to, like in the place that I'm from, like a meal would be like $2. What would be equal to $2 like Canadian.
Okay.
But then in these little towns, like a meal would be like $30 Canadian or like 45 because they know they have money and like they're like, oh, like they don't care because it's like Peru, so it's like, you know, whatever. But yeah, everyone there speaks like perfect English. Everyone, it's like there's so many white people just like wandering around, and they all look the same. They all have these like like parachute pants and like those little sandals with like they're not actually sandals. They just have like the sole and then like the strings that attach to your feet. Do you know what I'm talking about? They're like the ones that are like for like to be like barefoot into the wild, but you don't want to be barefoot, so you like have a little sole. I think Brindley has.
What are you
Like-
talking about? Hold on. Sandal?
I don't know how to explain it. It's like so
Like they're like a tire?
kind
Like
of
Like
a used
Like
tire
this?
that they tie to their feet?
yeah. Like think of like a gladiator sandal, but like
Yeah.
a lot less like strappage and more just like one rope. But they all wear that, and they all have like. Oh wait, Brindley? Is this weird to like have you not necessarily come in, but
like that.
kind of thing? Yeah, like something like this. Like
Oh, interesting.
It's like woven rope
yeah, it's
on
like
top
kinda,
of a.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, like. Sorry, I'm trying to show the camera and it's not working.
It's just like a woven rope thing
Kind of, yeah.
that looks kind of like
Like it
like you're
poor.
poor.
Yeah, it's like meant to kind of simulate poverty.
Poverty. Like it's simulated poverty.
crazy.
It's like yeah,
And parachute pants.
yeah, and like parachute pants, and then like a shirt that's like I don't know,
Like scratchy.
yeah, like a really scratchy Gildan shirt. And it's like definitely gonna end up in a landfill or like a thrift store within like a week after you come back.
Yeah.
But I remember coming back from Peru, we flew back into YVR, and I was like, I heard like this interaction behind me, whatever, and it was like this lady, this white lady with like dreadlocks, and like, which of course, but it was.
Of course. What is that?
No, well,
that
listen.
Okay, let's go.
So she was this white lady with dreadlocks, and she was like trying to explain to this person who had like literally just recently immigrated to, like, she was on the plane to immigrate to Canada with her family. Like it was like their first day in Vancouver, and it was like really cool, whatever. And like she's like kind of from the area that I'm from, and so I was like kind of listening to the conversation, whatever. And this lady in like her best English was like, "Oh, like what is there to do in like, you know, like Kits or whatever? Like what's like local like food out here?" And this lady was like, "Oh yeah, like you should totally go to like Kitsilano, and like you should try out this like restaurant. It's called like Turf." Which, for those of you who don't know, it's owned by like the guy that owns Lululemon, and it's like vegan and like a yoga spa, and also stupid expensive. And she was like, "Yeah, it's like really, really good. It's like super healthy and vegan. And then we have like so many different cultures here." And she's like, "Oh, that's great. Like, yeah, like what's kind of like Canadian food?" She's like, "Oh man, like there's so many good like sushi restaurants around here." And I'm like, I don't know if that's Canadian. I don't think. And like the lady was like, "Oh, okay, sushi." She's like, "Yeah, you should. There's lots. Like, just check out any sushi restaurant. They're all so good." And she's like, "Okay, thanks, yeah." And then she's like, "Yeah, you should go to like West Van. You should go to like North Van. There's like different like little markets you can walk around in North Van." What I'm trying to say, like, for any, if you aren't from like Vancouver, this lady told this
The dreadlock lady.
The dreadlock lady
Yeah.
told this like recently immigrated mother of two with her husband that she should go to the most expensive districts in Vancouver because it's really good local food, and then proceeded to say that sushi was local food.
It's wild.
And I'm just like, I wanted to like talk to her afterwards, be like, "Hey, maybe don't go there." Like you should, like for sure, but maybe like when you've settled in a little bit.
Yeah.
So you
Like
don't-
when
Try
you're
Tim
like
Hortons.
yeah, yeah, right? Like, come on, nothing's wrong with a little bit of Timmy's. I don't know. Maybe this is mean of me to say. Maybe I should stop on the head.
well, it's probably like she didn't like know her audience, you know?
Yeah.
Like she could see that it's like a new immigrant from a place where they're not as affluent as Canadians are. Like maybe don't say like you should go to the most expensive part and eat at the most expensive, not very good restaurant.
Yeah. Right? Like, I mean, I don't know. There's probably like good whole, like, I don't know.
Like they would, I presume in Peru, most people eat meat. There's not really a big vegan culture.
No.
So like, imagine them coming here eating vegan food and then
Spending
they get
$50 on a vegan
and then
dish.
they get the bill and they're like, "We got to move back to Peru, man. This isn't working."
Maybe it was a ploy. Maybe she like really is against immigration and she just wants to like scare all immigrants away. But you guys should go to North Van. It's really welcoming.
Yeah. What's in West Van too? Like I don't even know what.
I think it's just mansions, isn't it?
Are there food options there?
Probably.
What
You'd
is
have to
the?
Like
Like,
Whole Foods.
There are these really sweet new people who came to live at the UBC campus. Like they're here on a 2-year kind of learning visa. And what happened recently at UBC is there used to be this relatively cheap grocery store close to campus, and it got replaced with an urban fare. Which is like
damn,
so-
that's tough.
So much
That's so tough.
expensive.
That makes Daniel mad.
So they didn't know better. They thought that because this is the closest grocery store, it's
It
on
should be
campus,
cheap or something, like accessible.
and then they're like, "Yeah, we bought like a head of lettuce for like $8."
Wow.
And then they asked us, "Is all like food this expensive?" And we were like, "No."
No, you just went to a really like pretty grocery store. Just go
right.
to Superstores, go to Save On, it's good.
Go to TNT.
Go to Oh, dude, a
Sports
TNT? Whoa.
Yeah, go to any Asian market or any like just produce store, and you'll
Yeah.
find it for way cheaper.
Yeah.
But then we're like, oh, jeez. That reminded me of them because someone probably was just like, yeah, the grocery store is just
grocery
down
store,
the block.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, because it's like we're so used to everything being so expensive. It's like, oh, like whatever. It is like Whole Foods is probably better quality, so that's why it costs much money.
Wait. I'm not used to having everything so
Hold
expensive,
on.
Daniel.
Wait a second.
Just because you work in kids, man, I think it's changing your. It's changing.
I
Your
know,
I still shop at Fruitacana, man.
Hey man, there's nothing wrong with Fruitacana. Listen, if you shop at Fruitacana, I'm stand by you.
I still shop for like deals.
Yeah, no, for sure. What I will say though, like what she did get kind of right is like definitely in South America, especially like I don't know, like maybe it's changed since, but like a lot of cultures come to Canada as opposed to like Peru. Which obviously, you know what I mean? Like if you're like from like another communist country, you probably won't go to Peru. But like, so I did definitely learn a lot of like different cultures' foods and stuff like that. Like we had Jollibee today.
Yeah, we
you know
did.
what I mean? Which I probably wouldn't have in Peru. You know what I mean? So it's like she got that like right, but like maybe don't go to like West Van to get sushi. There's probably better places that you can get food at that isn't West Vancouver. Anyways, sorry, I've been talking a lot. I don't even know how time
it's
it is.
okay.
Peru is communist?
Sorry.
You say Peru is communist?
I think they have that kind of ideals.
Oh.
Maybe
like
I'm
communal?
well, I don't know. Maybe like I know that like,
What is their government?
huh?
What is their government?
What is their government? Man, maybe I'm in over my head. I'm gonna politely bow out before because I think they're like, I think
Socialist?
they're,
They're democratic.
are they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It says here on the internet,
According to Wiki.
according to Wikipedia.
Yeah, honestly, my folks, they like to talk to me about Peruvian politics, and I go, yeah, no, definitely. That guy sucks.
That's your response, no
Yeah.
matter who they talk about.
Yeah, they're like gushing
But
about this.
Daniel, we like this guy.
And like,
It's
oh, word?
Yeah.
No, that guy's
that's-
sick.
That guy's dope.
That's so cool. Yeah, maybe I should be more plugged in. Are you guys plugged into the Philippines much? Like, would you say that you guys are, like, if I like asked you about, not to like flip the script, not to be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
but like, I bet you can't answer either. That's not what I meant. I know it sounded like that, but I didn't mean for it to. But like, would you say that you are a little bit, or like from your folks or something like that, or not even? Yeah, ish.
I think
Yeah.
when I used to live with them, I knew more.
Yeah.
What about you, Josh?
Yeah, well, my dad likes to follow, the politics. I don't know if he's like hardcore into it, but he does follow like loosely. I think
Nice.
what's going on.
Good.
There was a stint. Me and Providence were like, oh man, we were so like upset, kind of thing, because it was like everything that my pops would like talk about and stuff, and we're like, man, we're getting so like fed up or whatever. It's kind of annoying at this point. But then we like realized like, what if you went to a different country, you had to leave your hometown with all your family and stuff like that, and it's like the place that you grew up in and stuff. Like obviously, like you'd want to know about what's going down in
Sure,
India
yeah,
and the
yeah.
place that you grew up in and all that stuff. And so we're like, you know what? That's okay. That's all right. We'll play into it. We'll
Yeah.
for pops, cause
For sure.
But yeah, there was a
Anyways,
moment in time, Providence, I would just like look at each other and just like eye roll.
Yeah.
Like, oh, cool. Yeah, no, Duterte. Yeah, of course.
It's like we like them, we don't like them. Like
Yeah.
I don't know where we're at.
Just
Yeah,
whatever
exactly.
your folks say that day, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we're a
Yeah.
fan of him today? Sick.
Yeah.
Anyways,
you, Dad.
thanks for listening to Politic Talk. Sorry, do we have, what else is a part of the agenda?
Wait, hold on.
Sorry.
Does anyone here know anything about Canadian politics?
No.
No, I have no idea.
I just know that I don't know that actually.
There was one time that, no, never mind. I don't know.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I was a little bit like, you know what? Yeah, I know a couple things.
Yeah.
And immediately I was like, but maybe I don't actually. Maybe I don't know things that well.
Trudeau's getting a divorce. Just a quick note. In the background, Danelle just mentioned to our host that Justin Trudeau is getting divorced. But the official news is that the two of them are just separated. Now back to the podcast.
Oh,
Oh, he's got off the wing.
yeah. Hot off the press.
No,
but
the president?
that's not
Boots
politics.
on the ground.
That's just like,
Boots on the ground. Enough.
is that
She was there. She was in the room.
I don't know. That's not. Is that politics or is it the personal life of?
Oh. I don't know.
Yeah, but that doesn't. Does that have anything to do with how our country is going to be run?
I mean, maybe he'll be a little more sad about it.
It's just,
Oh.
we're just gonna have a sadder prime minister.
He's gonna be a little more bummed out.
He's like, oh,
Yeah.
I guess pass this bill. I guess
I know.
whatever.
So there's
Just like,
like,
on his stomach, and it's just like his, it's like feet are in the air. He's like, I guess.
No.
Also,
like-
does that
Maybe
say
we'll just
Lawrence
know again.
Painzo?
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
That's
it
my
is.
nickname,
Yeah.
bro. Bring the pain.
Yes, sir. So they called him in wrestling.
Nice.
That's what they called me in. Yeah, wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling.
It was good.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
Wrestling. A
Wrestle.
little bit of mud wrestling. Lawrence Payne's.
Just tussling and rolling with Lawrence Painzo.
Pain.
That was actually the alternate title for this podcast. Is tussling and what'd you say?
Tussling and wrestling and tussling
With Lawrence Painzo. See, we were gonna call it that, but then like they felt weird that it was just Lawrence and not Josh.
I was like, hey, I'm a part of this too.
I'm also tussling and wrestling. Where's my cool nickname? Stupid.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, we can't say that on this podcast. There's no swearing.
Oh, sorry. You're right.
That's okay.
I told everybody off top that I was going to be a lot less funny now that I can't swear. So
Yeah.
Wait,
it's one.
did you just swear?
I said stupid.
You said it
I
again.
said it again.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
word.
I'm sorry.
Producer John's gonna have to bleep this out.
Producer John, cut out the whole thing we talked about politics. That's boring.
The
And
politics
the times
of
that I
Canada.
said stupid.
Oh, dude.
Sorry, God. Oh, I said the Lord's name in vain as well.
It's going downhill.
This is it.
Jeepers.
I go back to politics. I know that.
Tell us.
I'm good at that.
Yeah.
Tell us about skateboarding.
Oh,
Yeah. You like to
skateboarding?
skateboard, right?
I do like to skateboard.
Can you? What is your trick of choice to impress someone else who skates?
That's such a mean question because I'm not good.
Oh, okay. It's like
Scratch
the.
that. How much do you deadlift?
Oh yeah, how much do you deadlift? If you can't answer
Oh
that,
my gosh. Well, I don't want to talk about the podcast. I'm a little shy. Do I?
Anna's dying. Anna's dying.
I like.
you're
to-
one rep. You're one rep.
My one rep max. Oh man.
You can do it.
I believe.
I haven't tried a one rep max in a little bit, but like 315 for like 5 maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, it's what for like
Kilos?
pounds.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's just say. Oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah, kilos.
Could have saved it.
Oh, it was for 4. Sorry, it was for 4. It was for 4. My girlfriend's keeping me humble. It's for 4. Did it 4. My girlfriend wouldn't let me just have that moment. It's for 4. Sorry, just to let everybody know. I only did it 4 times, and I'm not good enough. My girlfriends want everyone to know this. It was only 4 times. Just make sure that producer John, make sure the record's got that 4 times. Thank you so much.
4 times 315.
Yes.
Good. Good. I'm glad that's on the record.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew that it wasn't 5, but it was 4. Thanks so much. Keep me honest. Yeah, no, I like skateboarding, but I'm not good at it.
What do you like about it?
I just like the vibe of it. I like the culture. I'll like go skating with my friends. We'll go to like little parks and stuff like that and like dink around.
Yeah.
And like people are really nice. Like last summer, I did a lot of it with some of the homies, and we would like go to parks kind of the same time every day or every like week. Sorry, and like it's always like the same crew of people that are like in the area, and they're always like really supportive because they'll see you like trying a trick, and like when you get close, they'll be like, "Oh man, next one, you almost got it." Da da da.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Or like if you like, especially too like some like there's like I mean I don't want to speak for like all parks, but like the park that I like to go to is a little smaller, so it's a little more of like a novice crowd.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of novices kind of like all learning together, and like so a lot of like there's like a lot of like younger kids or whatever. Like there's also too it's cool because sometimes there's like a lot older people that are like in their like like late 30s or whatever, who were like skated when they were younger and like wanted to try it again, whatever, and like they're also equally as like cool and fun to hang out with and stuff like that. So yeah, I like the vibe of it all. I like being able to like hang out with my friends outside and whatever, and
Yeah.
yeah.
So you like friendship.
I like doing things with friends.
That's awesome.
Because you didn't talk about skating, really.
Yeah.
I like to. What do you like about skating?
I
like
the
seeing
way
my
how
friends.
other people make me feel. Which is awesome.
Well,
No,
no,
that's valid,
I
man.
like,
That's valid.
I like trying a new trick and like being bad at it for a little while and then getting better at it and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I like having friends. No, listen. I like having friends that like push me because I like when I would skate more often, there'd be like really, really good people at these parks, and it'd be very intimidating. So it'd be like
I get
I
that.
gotta be, like not on their level because I've been skating for like years, right? But like I gotta like at least be a little better. You know what I mean? So
I feel that way about the gym sometimes.
talk
That's why
about it. Speak on
that's
that.
why I like going with my friends.
Yeah, who are your friends?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Sorry.
You guys are my friends.
Oh,
Everybody in this room.
nice.
Hearts.
Hearts all around.
Yes.
Except Kyle. He's not in this room. But no, I'm saying he's not in this room, but he's
But
also
he
our
is also
friend.
no,
But
that's
he's
the-
also
I'm
a friend.
saying he's our friend.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Are you gonna get Kyle on the podcast, or does he still not know about the podcast?
I don't think he knows.
We talked about it this morning. We went to the gym this morning. We definitely were like, "Oh, I'll see you later with the podcast."
And he's like,
And he,
what?
yeah,
It's like, what's a podcast?
yeah, like went over his
I
head.
only
You have
watch
to-
anime.
Is there an anime on podcasting?
I don't know,
Is that what you guys are watching?
Hannah, is there anime on podcasting? No, we're getting a nose. John, producer John, getting nose. Brinley. That was a maybe.
Bradley doesn't know anime, I think.
I know, that's why she said maybe. She
she's
said
like-
maybe. I don't know. I don't watch anime.
Do you? Do you know anime?
She said ish.
Ish.
That's
She
fair.
said ish.
Also, I like that both Hannah and Brinley were both like quietly answering, and then Danelle from the back was like, Trudeau's getting divorced.
I want to be included.
Oh, we still got time. We can set up for a mic.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But I feel like, that's not something that Canadians really care about.
What?
Trudeau's getting divorced.
Oh.
It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like it probably should happen. Like something.
You heard it here first. Lawrence is
Or no.
against Trudeau.
Or it's
Lawrence
like-
is pro-divorce.
Or it's like unsurprising. You know? It's
Why?
like, I don't know. Just like people.
Lawrence's wife is shocked that he's pro-divorce.
I'm not pro-divorce. It's just like you're like.
Why
Could
was he talking
happen.
about politics?
It's Trudeau. Wasn't
Okay.
his dad like a big player too? Like,
Was he?
He rolled with like Marilyn Monroe and the Rat Pack gang.
Wow, I didn't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I know that his pops was like in Canadian politics also. Wasn't he like?
I think
What
he
was
came
he
up
again?
with his government enacted the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, I think.
No
Oh,
way.
so-
Oh, wow.
So there's like a
I know
a
about that one
legacy.
from social studies. in
Yeah,
high
it was
school.
one of the social studies things we had to do. He did that and hung out with gangsters.
Wow.
Whoa.
So you could do
Oh,
both.
Pierre Trudeau.
Uh,
Yeah.
PT.
He's on money? No, he's not on any money. I don't think.
What money? Never mind.
Oh yeah, he was a former prime minister of Canada.
Wow.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why Justin Trudeau got elected was because his dad was a prime minister, and they're
Is
like,
Justin just a
We
nepo baby?
trust him.
I mean, like, I guess it'll be fine.
Yeah. He's like his dad was kind of cool.
Like, caught, not taught. You know. he just knew how to run it because he just caught the vibe.
Yeah, man. His pops was vibing apparently.
Yeah, man.
Hmm. Good for
Very
him.
good.
Yeah, I don't know much about politics though.
That's okay.
There.
I love that we're still talking about it though, even though we've all kind of been like, no one really knows anything about Canadian politics. We're like, but what about Trudeau though? What are you guys' thoughts?
Like, who is the premier of BC? Do you know?
Ooh.
Ooh, wait, don't
Wait.
tell me. Maybe do tell me.
I was
have
gonna
no-
say Christine Sinclair, but she plays soccer. Wait, hold on.
This is not the Philippines where you just elect athletes to positions of power.
Bonnie Henry, no.
Shout outs to
Joe
Tito
Horgan?
Manny.
I don't know who it is. I have no idea.
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Sorry, it's because I'm on a podcast. I was
Matt Damon. Ryan Reynolds?
Oh, Ryan Reynolds might be the premier of BC.
He could be.
He should
No,
be.
it's David Eby.
It's the beat after David Eby. And then just silence.
Just radio silence.
It was like, right, of course.
Yeah.
David Eby. Anyways, vote in your local elections.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you should.
Make
We
sure
should
you
probably
vote.
know more. I feel like we're a little uninformed.
John Horgan? Was before David Eby. John Horgan was before David Eby.
Your one prime minister back.
I'm just
Premier.
like this premier. You idiot.
Did you even? This is the one thing you needed to know. Who the current premier of British Columbia is.
Amazing.
I'm so sorry. What's the meeting agenda? What are we doing? I think John
That's-
wants us to wrap up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up now.
Was there, oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, what? What do you mean?
I was going to ask, is there stuff you needed to talk about, or was it kind of just like...
No, it
Okay.
just says that your Insta is Yosoy Deviniel,
Yeah.
and
it
you
is.
are one of our first listeners and fans.
And I am.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Who do we know off the top of our heads who was like here since day one?
Who isn't?
Who was like listening since day one?
Who isn't in this room right now?
Who isn't
Who
a
is it? Yeah,
sweetheart?
who is it? Yeah. Izzy.
Was Izzy?
That's right.
Wow, shout out Izzy.
Shout out Izzy.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get her on the podcast.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I've never met Izzy.
Yeah.
I don't think.
No.
It's
Maybe
Danelle's friend.
Mm-hmm.
Who introduced her to a singer
Mm.
whose name I can't remember.
Lights.
Lights.
I listen to the podcast. Number one fan. Me and
After-
the next pod, me and Izzy will fight. We'll not like in trivia, but like fist fight. to be the best, to be the biggest fan of the Timha. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Yes.
Just offer it, just because I was told to bring a question and ask at the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
If your podcast is called "Does This Meeting Have an Agenda?" and then every single podcast you start with an agenda, are you not then answering the question, "Does this meeting have an agenda?" Which then the answer would be yes. So you could start the podcast and go, "Yes, it does," and then go sick, and then be done,
And then that's the
and
end.
then that's the end. Because the whole podcast,
Yeah.
it's prefaced on the agenda, which you're wondering whether or not it has. And then you
Yeah.
rip go, here's the agenda that the podcast has.
Yeah.
And what's your point?
All I'm saying is maybe consider calling it Timha as opposed to Ditimha.
Like this meeting.
This meeting has an agenda as like a statement and not a question.
True.
But I feel like if we do that,
The fans will get confused.
yeah, and then there's just like
Izzy will look up the wrong podcast.
the mystery of, will this next meeting not have an agenda?
What you should do is you
I'm
should...
so sorry. I've been playing with the headphone cord for like the
He's
whole
married.
podcast.
Stop playing with his cord, you freak.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
What's mine is yours.
Excellent.
I'm sure Brinley appreciates that.
You finger guns your wife.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, she's from Texas, so it's fine.
It's true. She's...
They weren't loaded, so
right. It's illegal here, she says.
yeah. But yeah, let's go into shout outs and thanks. Is there
Mm.
anyone you wanna shout out to you, Daniel?
Ooh. I guess,
we're here.
yeah, I don't know. Shout out my girlfriend.
Yeah.
She drove me around today. That's pretty sick. Appreciate
Girlfriend
it.
and chauffeur.
And chauffeur.
And fact checker. I
fact
think.
checker. Yeah, honestly.
Artist. Artist.
Artist, yeah. Illustrator.
Yep.
Kinesiologist.
There
Let's
you go.
go.
Let's go.
Well,
Sorry.
she's got a ton of credentials. We should have.
We should have had her on instead of
podcast.
me. You were supposed to,
Oh.
weren't you? At one point? I don't know. Is that supposed to be a secret? Sorry, producer John.
Yeah.
Shout out producer John for
Yeah.
inviting me. I got some beef with you, John, but that's okay.
Hello. Sorry.
What?
No. That's sorry.
That's
fine.
That's okay. We'll cut it out.
No, we don't cut anything out.
No?
No.
Nothing out?
No.
What about the times that I've coughed into the mic?
He went,
So it's a little off-pod bit we got going on. You know what I mean? You won't get it. You weren't there for it. Yeah, that's on our Patreon. So that's the Patreon exclusive. As the third host of this podcast now, this is our Patreon exclusive. Check us out on Patreon. Check us out on TikTok.
Threads.
We're on Threads. We're on X because it's not Twitter anymore. Sorry. Anyways, shoutouts.
Shoutouts to
Nexopia.
Nexopia. What was the one? Petopia?
Fruticana?
Neopets? Oh,
Excuse me. Gross.
Oh, gee. Shout out Fruticana.
Yeah.
Fruticana. How would people survive without it? They'd buy $8 lettuce.
What's a negative shout out to like Turf and like Whole Foods and Urban Fare? How do you
An anti-shout out?
don't mention their
Maybe
name?
just
Damn it.
It's like, go there if you're rich
Yes.
and want to waste money
And
like the way things look.
yeah.
That don't matter.
If you really like, if you want the clout of buying $8 lettuce, go to
Yeah.
Urban Fare.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Do you have any shout outs, Lawrence?
Yeah, shout outs to the fans who could make it here today.
Little studio audience.
So we can have a live audience
Yes, sir.
and the library.
Shout out
Oh, shout out to the library. Absolutely. This nice air conditioned meeting room that we probably don't deserve.
Oh, it's great.
It's kind of cold.
Yeah.
That's
And
not
to, I like the word unity. Shout out to unity over.
I heard nudity.
Yeah, I was like, huh?
Unity.
I don't want to look over there.
You guys didn't. Okay, that's fine. Unity over not eating green bananas because they're gross.
Yeah, no, for sure. Again, if you eat green bananas, you're a sociopath. And I stand by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your Instagram handles? Is that a thing you guys do? I don't know. I haven't gotten this far in the podcast before.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay.
We have a Dathma Instagram.
Sorry?
Dathma.
Dathma? Oh, Dathma.
Oh, is that how you say it?
Dathma.
I go Dathma.
Dathma? There's no TH though.
It's close enough.
Is it? The H is close enough to the T
Yeah,
to make
yeah.
the TH sound?
Yeah, I think so. In my mind.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, but yeah, thanks for coming on, Daniel.
Thanks for having
It's
me.
great having you. Yeah, we'll cut out like half of it.
Absolutely, as you should. All the politics stuff, I'm gonna get canceled if it comes out.
I don't think we're like famous enough to get canceled.
I don't think we talked anything about politics. We just danced around politics.
Just gossip about Trudeau. Just chisme.
Just cheese. We talked about cheese meats.
We chismeed about Justin Trudeau.
Yeah.
It actually came like how gossip comes, like through the corner.
Through the
Just like, hey, did you guys know this about so and so? It's like, no.
I didn't. Are we sure that's real? And they're like, no, it's totally real.
You should believe
You
me.
should believe me. And we're just like, all right, I guess. And we start talking about how he should get divorced.
That's
It's
awful.
just not something you would. It's not inconceivable. You're like, he would.
Yeah.
Probably.
Lawrence is pro-divorce. Let's do take away from today. Is Lawrence is pro-divorce. Fruticana is better than Urban Fare. Oh. Sorry.
Great.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry. The the studio audience is getting restless. They want to go home.
All right.
Excellent.
We
Well,
should probably adjourn for now.
let us adjourn, and then we can get to the parking lot items next meeting,
If we have any.
if we've got any.
Do we have any? From this meeting.
From this meeting?
I'm curious not to know what I
Well,
missed talking about. We
I
talked
don't
about
think so.
Justin Trudeau.
I feel like I didn't give a good enough answer for bread, so maybe we can
Okay. Next podcast.
we could answer that or talk
Yeah.
about. Yeah,
Bread choice.
Bread
Great
choice.
choice. Come prepared.
Actually, no,
Come thinking
like
about
the
bread.
crazy bread from Little Caesars, I guess. That's pretty good.
Crazy bread.
Which then begs the question: what makes bread crazy?
Parmesan.
Okay, we'll end it there.
All
See you
right.
guys next.
Bye.
Bye.